What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some news about the Royal Norwegian Navy. And apparently, you guys are investing a lot of money in some kind of new futuristic military boats. And, here in the United States, we like to think that we have all the best, most cutting edge military stuff. So today, I really want to take a look at this video and learn about how Norway is upgrading your navy and your military. So let's take a look.
Norway's navy, formerly known as the Royal Norwegian Navy, is undergoing a massive modernization process that'll see the acquisition of up to 28 new vessels of two standard
wow.
classes.
Oh, wow.
Already it looks like at least two contractors/groups are showing interest in designing and building these future ships.
What is this? That does look like a ship from the future. Sometimes I don't know, you can forget that we're kind of in the future. This is what I imagined when I was a kid, what a military vessel would look like in the future. And now, is this like a design? This is actually like a concept for the kind of ships Norway is going to have. I've never seen anything like this in real life. This is pretty amazing.
And so let's take a look at what this standardization is all about. And
What the heck? So is this this looks like a submarine, but it's a ship. It just has that look, that very sleek look to it. Okay, so what exactly are these?
what designs are being put forward.
Wow.
First off, let's go over the project. As explained by Naval News, the current situation is that the Royal Norwegian Navy and the Coast Guard operate a wide variety of ships. In addition to frigates and submarines, there are also three large OPVs, or offshore patrol vessels, of the Jan Mayen class and the Arctic OPV KV Svalbard.
Wow. Right, because parts of Norway are in really, really harsh conditions, like Svalbard, for example. And I feel like Norway, are you guys kind of known for having a strong navy? Or I feel like this isn't the first time I've heard about cool Norwegian ships and stuff. But this is kind of taking it to the next level. I've definitely never seen any American vessels that look anything like this stuff.
The force also includes a large number of smaller patrol craft, mine hunters, light corvettes, and other auxiliaries spread out over 12 different classes.
The corvette. That's what I've heard of before. The Norwegian corvette ship. That looks crazy. Okay. Norway definitely is into these kind of unique, powerful military ships, or futuristic.
Making maintenance and life cycle support complex and resource intensive. And so the Norwegian Navy hopes to streamline things in the future with the acquisition of up to 28 vessels across just two classes.
Wow.
This would divide into 18 standard coastal medium-sized vessels and 10 standard offshore large vessels.
Wow.
Simplification down to two classes means that vessels would have to be more multi-role than the ships they are replacing.
Yeah, isn't that honestly kind of a good thing? If Norway, for one thing, it sounds like Norway is making a huge investment in your military. I know you guys have been doing that kind of as a response to the Russia-Ukraine war. Hopefully this isn't in a response to anything that the United States has been doing, but wouldn't blame you for that either. At any rate, consolidating your ships into these futuristic, where you have less types of ships, but they are more versatile and do different things. That sounds like a good thing. This is a really smart upgrade for Norway.
In addition to being patrol vessels and ISR platforms, ships would also need to have mine warfare capabilities, both for laying
Oh.
mines and for mine countermeasure work. Limited anti-submarine warfare capability might also be on the list.
Oh my god. These, I know I keep saying this, but these boats look crazy. And there's like boats on the boat, and helicopters and drones, and you gotta be able to detect mines, and this is pretty serious stuff.
Naval News says that the standardized vessels dedicated for Coast Guard work would have certain modifications, but would also be capable of accommodating the modular systems used by the Navy. Norway wants to start building the first vessel in 2027, with delivery
Ooh.
in 2030.
Okay, so this is very much like a plan starting in 2027. Okay, so it is the future. Because these, it's like literally next year, but these look so futuristic. I've never seen boats like this.
Seeing that a tender would mean a lot of work and money for the chosen contractor, it's said that there is already a good deal of interest from a number of Norwegian yards and design bureaus.
Oh, so this is all going to be designed and built in Norway, which is very cool. And it's kind of nice because then you don't have to depend on other countries like the US for supplying your any military stuff or updating the boats when they need updates. And yeah, I've heard like there's countries that don't want to buy jets from the United States anymore because then you have to rely on us for like parts and maintenance and upgrades, and people don't want to really rely on the US as much anymore.
Let's go over two that have surfaced in recent times. First up is Norwegian offshore heavyweight Ulstein,
Oh
who
my
announced an
god.
intention to bid in mid-December 2025. The offer would see a
Okay.
collaboration with Norwegian shipyard Larsnes Verkstad.
Okay.
As explained on the Ulstein webpage, Larsnes and Ulstein have already delivered 65 vessels ranging from 36 to 160 meters over the past 15 years.
This is cool. I don't know a lot about this stuff, especially in Norway. Um, I didn't know you guys design and build your own military ships in Norway. That's very cool.
Averaging 4 vessels per year. The yards have experience in both new builds and parallel life cycle services for working ships.
Oh my
The combined
god.
capacity would enable the design, engineering, construction, testing, and completion of all 28 standard vessels for the Navy, as well as full life cycle support, including
What's this? This looks kind of different. Even this looks more modern. This makes me think that American ships are like outdated. I've never seen ships that look like this.
repairs, maintenance, upgrades, and digital services to ensure optimal operations. Ulstein says that the most critical aspect of Norway's project is the integration of military systems into civilian platforms, which requires structured collaboration, clear interfaces, and close dialogue with defense stakeholders. As such, the bid from Larsnes and Ulstein includes cooperation with hull producers in Gdańsk and Gdynia in Poland.
Oh my god. Well, obviously, like, with what we're talking about, and there is so much technology and crazy stuff that goes into military applications now. Military vessels and jets and everything is so complicated now, and it's more than just a boat. It's like a computer that looks like a big boat.
Releasing preliminary designs in a separate press release the same day, Ulstein states that the
Wow.
design strategy behind these concepts is to develop an efficient maritime platform with a flexible deck arrangement that can be tailored to the varied mission requirements the vessels will face throughout their service life.
So this is a concept that they officially released. This is real. And the deck part of it is supposed to show how it's very versatile. You can carry another boat or a missile or cargo or a drone, and you can rearrange what the ship has and holds based on your needs. That makes a ton of sense. This is obviously like you guys know what you're doing.
Adaptability is a fundamental principle, and the concepts are designed to be easy to maintain,
Wow.
upgrade, and update, enabling them to meet future needs effectively.
And it just so happens to look really badass and really cool. Which is also, that helps.
The design has 4 features highlighted. 1. A flexible platform deck. 2. The X-Bow proprietary hull design that delivers superior seakeeping, reduced
Oh.
fuel consumption, and lower emissions. 3.
Wow.
Energy-efficient operations thanks to Ulstein Power VSG propulsion and energy systems. And 4. Being, quote, as civilian as possible to offer a safe, comfortable, and attractive working environment.
That's so Norwegian of you to like, even with the military vessel, like, you guys are thinking about, well, is this a comfortable working space? Is this going to be a good place to work and to do this stuff? In the US, I feel like we never think about, oh, is this going to be comfortable? Are people going to want to work here? Is like designing it for the humans, for the users, especially in the military. Comfort is not at the forefront of our design process, but that's really cool that Norway does that, even for this stuff. It sounds like the Norwegian designers for this have a lot of proprietary, like, unique, new stuff that you're putting in here that maybe, like, it sounds like the rest of the world doesn't even have.
On this note, Ulstein says that the ships are designed for minimal motion, and cabins and common areas are close to commercial standards to enhance the vessel's attractiveness as a workplace.
What? What is it? Is this a theater? So you're definitely not going to have any problems recruiting people. Man, in Norway, even the military looks really great, like comfortable. This is amazing. That is amazing to me. You guys actually think of this.
So that's the bid from Ulstein. The other bid we'll look at is the one from Kongsberg Maritime, who
Oh, that's just all one idea from one contractor. This is the other idea, and then what, the Norwegian government will kind of decide who to go with?
announced on January 22nd that it would be participating in the pre-qualification phase of the competition for the Royal Norwegian Navy's new standardized vessels.
Okay.
Håvard Siljan Yuksa, Executive Vice President at Kongsberg Maritime, was quoted as saying, "We are participating in the competition with our full product portfolio, including ship design and integrated system solutions for advanced vessels. For us and for the Norwegian Maritime Cluster, this represents a unique opportunity we are keen to be part of."
Cool.
It's added that
Cool. It's cool that Norwegian companies get to like bid on this and see who gets to design these ships for the Norwegian Navy.
Kongsberg Maritime is currently a key system supplier to the British, Canadian, Australian, and Norwegian Type 26 frigates, providing several of the most critical maritime systems on board.
Okay.
Despite the press release announcing the intention to participate, Kongsberg didn't offer the same level of detail as Ulstein regarding design.
Oh.
In fact, all we got was this one render.
What? I mean, I guess they can only do so much, but you would think if you're like bidding to get this is obviously worth a lot of money to get this project. This is all they gave? I mean, these look cool. Not that that matters. Obviously, looking cool doesn't matter. That's just like a byproduct of like designing futuristic ships. But this is cool. But what does it offer that the other doesn't?
Of course, this will undoubtedly come in the near future. Nonetheless, we're sure the company's Vanguard system will be a big part of Kongsberg Maritime's concept and design, even if it wasn't stated.
Okay.
But that's a little bit about Norway's large naval fleet standardization project and 2 bids being put forward thus far.
Wow. Very cool.
What do you think about this massive undertaking and the proposals thus far?
Okay. I think it's amazing. I didn't know Norway was doing all of this. Or that you had such an incredible navy. And it's just going to get much, much better in the next few years. I've never seen ships that look like this. These renders are awesome. Um, they're supposed to be adaptable, versatile. Never seen anything like this. So this is really cool. Norway is obviously doing some really impressive stuff with your military. So yeah, this is stuff that like us Americans really never get to hear about. So this is really cool. I like this a lot. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on this amazing military plan that Norway has for the next few years. That'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian things that I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.